Welcome back, friends and fellow car mechanics, to Car Mechanic Simulator 2021, episode 51 of our Let's Play. As promised, in this video we are going to work on our Paul Walker / Brian O'Connor tribute car. Now, off camera I did go through the suspension, and I repaired what I could repair that we are going to use. I also took what was there of the engine out, which was essentially just the crank and the block, and neither of those were any good. So with the engine stand mod that I have installed in my game, I am able to hit my F5 key, and that'll purchase me every part I need to make this a performance car. So with that being said, we are going to get started on the build for this car. As far as the motor is concerned, and if you will look in the upper right hand corner, you will see we are at level 29, which means when we hit level 30, we will have unlocked all of the story order cars, but we are very far behind when it comes to the story order cars, as we have only just recently done story order car number 13. So we do have a ways to go. Also, I was looking in my parking, and we also have a Mitsubishi Eclipse, a Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution that we can do up as a tribute car to Paul Walker from his Too Fast, Too Furious movie. We have the Skyline R34 mod car that we can also do up. I do not believe as of right now we have an R35, but they show up plenty in the junkyard. Before we can buy one, though, we will have to free up some space in our parking area, as we currently are full. I also have in my parking area a modded 69 Charger that is supposed to be the Dom's Charger from the first Fast and Furious. So, we have some tribute cars to build, but we also have to get some regular work order cars done, because I have spent quite a bit of the money purchasing cars, so we are running a bit low on cash. And as of right now, we can't even put this Eclipse back into parking because I have no slots. So that means once this car is complete, it will sit outside for a little while as we get at least one more customer car done to free up a slot so that we can put this back into parking. And as far as that goes, I already have a car in mind so that this is sitting prominent, and that would be our 458 that is sitting outside. Plus, that 458 was only ever intended to be a flip car to begin with, to make us some money. Okay. Our engine is almost fully built out. Actually, I think I want to go with the chrome for this. Actually, that's going to be covered, but it is what it is. I got enough of the lightweight pulleys that we can use them outside the engine cover. Okay, and that is our engine built, I believe. Or I thought I saw that we were missing something. We are not. So we're going to go ahead and pull this motor off the stand. And this is an all-wheel drive variant of the Eclipse. We are going to start in the back. Now, I'm not sure if I have the fuel pump. I do not. So let's go ahead and quickly purchase one. Now, for the undercarriage, I decided to put the cross members in blue to match the graphic on the side of the car, and I have gone with green polyurethane bushings to help with the stability of the car. Now, I did not touch the color on the rest of the rear suspension. I didn't want to oversaturate it with color. And let's go ahead and put our performance exhaust in. Now, I did also paint the springs, again, just to give it that little bit of contrast. And actually, I have to go paint one of the spring caps. We'll do that once we get this side together. And we're going to need another drive axle, so we'll have to get that as well. Of course, we're upgrading the brakes. Why these single pistons are even an option for these, I do not know. And with this, I decided to go with regular race tires in the stock size of 245/4018s. And I chose rims that I could recall would look as close to the rims that Brian had on his Eclipse. Though even with the rims DLC, none of them are really all that close to what he had. So it's kind of a pick and choose your rim situation. Okay, so we need to do this. So we can get the rest of the back end of this car put together. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we had two pieces that I had to purchase. Nope, wrong one. We want the blue one. I think the blue and the green are a nice contrast to the black underneath the car. It doesn't overdo it. Eventually I'm going to have to put all those repaired brake parts into my brake warehouse. Oh, and as you can see, I did the airbox in green as well. Go ahead and put the catalytic converter in. Now for this sway bar, I think I have a performance one. Yes. We have a 20 millimeter performance sway bar that should go right into this car, and it does. Brand new tie rods. Don't mind the clipping, that's unfortunately part of a mod car, is that they will occasionally clip. Now this lower suspension arm I painted blue as well. That way it kind of went with the front subframe. You can't see on that shock, but its spring is green as well. Again, we have 350 millimeter slotted and drilled discs up front. Okay, front suspension is almost together. Okay, now we need to let the car down. And let's go ahead and put this motor in. And we are going to go ahead and finish off this build. I am probably still missing a couple of parts, but we will find that out as we go on. And speaking of which, we need drive shafts. Oh, sway bar and links. Now I do have a drive shaft for this, and it's carbon fiber. Again, as I said, we were going full performance. Let's put our sway bar front end link in. Put our tire on. And now the entire underneath of the car is done. We just got to come in here, put our last few bits and bobs in place. And here I was, I thought I was fully prepared for this episode. Well, from the engine bay you can see the green springs. Stage 3 ECU. Now I know I don't have the tie downs. I do have a red top battery. So we need to come into electronics, fuse box base and cover. And I'm going to need these brackets. We'll get these put into place. Need a couple more fuse C's, or relay type C's. That's 100%, so we're good. Well, I was not as prepared as I thought. Okay, let's get our fluids filled. Come over here, get the brake fluid filled. And then our windshield washer fluid. And that is our Eclipse tribute car complete. We just have to go and align it. We're going to move it outside first. We'll move it to the test path. Not surprising to see the suspension is all messed up, as we had it completely torn apart. Okay, that's the alignment done. Over to the dyno. We have one thing we need to do, and that's if I can even get this thing to do it. We're going to bring that down by 1. Hey, first try, I like that. So we just got ourselves a plus 16% tuning increase. And we're talking 305 horsepower from the factory with 304 pound-feet of torque. Let's see what this girl puts out now. Okay, so we more than doubled the horsepower, doubled the torque. I think that was pretty good. 649 horsepower, 605 pound-feet of torque, with an A-class drag rating of 504. Move this back to its spot. Take a hop in real quick. Nice little blow off valve. And there she be, my friends. Our first tribute car. Now, I will watch the first movie again and see if I can figure out what is on the plate of the Eclipse in that movie, so that I can come in and actually put the plate on the car. But once I have room, this is going to come to our shop, and that Eclipse is going right here. But that'll be for another episode, as we are out of time. In the next episode, the Audi is up. And then we have our Wrangler, of course. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please hit that like button. Leave a comment. If you would like to, share the video. And if you are not yet subscribed, please consider doing so, as it takes only a second and costs you nothing, and it'll help out my small channel. I appreciate each and every one of you, and each and every view I get. And one last thing before we go, I want to give a shout out to Jacob, my newest subscriber. So thank you, Jacob, for subscribing. And I wish you all a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are, whenever you may be watching this. Thank you.